Liverpool person. On free Cromo or free Egypt. But come born the club and a Liverpool Cotono. And I will be see a kind Eddie Amaomo. We all know where Van Dijk came from. Van Dijk, even from Netherlands, our English soil, no, he came through Southampton. And the name Kakanka Pimo Liverpool. Rich, the point I want to make and say, out of the 3 players, now Richard Hughes and negotiate to say, no Western no contract, no. The only true and true Liverpool boy who had gone through the academy, who came to the club at the age of 6, was Trent. May I sure say, Sena Osha Omumiensa, on the face of it, Rich Obeka say, oh, the Ebeya Fudiama Hughes, so Obetia negotiate, I extend the contract will be Trent.
Because on your boy.
On the go, you crewman me, I am a Titino, Oba Liverpool, no, 6 years, Rich. Rich. The conclusion, you say, Sebi. I'm on front for Liverpool. No, I just to stay at the club. The official Cromo say there be or no momoko. And that is the reason why I see Liverpool for them. Salah, every baby buy. Also enjoy enko. Van Dijk same. Nanka wo de nka wo fie nie. And I will club no. Anyway. And it's not as if say here will be and I say, oh, you could clearly say you unite from the supporters to team no to ultimate obey. Trent say, my son. Rich, we must allow him to leave. Because say utie Trent on one kasa and no an interview now. Or say we back club him for almost 20 years. And Rich, look, say share on Facebook. Join us and look at BB. Rich, this is Trent in one frame. But Okase, what's baby close to 20 years? Rich, this is what he means in terms of pictures. Look at him.
Very young.
Young boy. This was 2016, 2017, Rich. Look at him grow. So from this picture to this, the following season, Rich, to him winning the Champions League in 18-19, no, then winning the Premier League in the year of COVID, go on to grow hair, now with dreads on his head in 2021-2022 with the FA Cup. Play his heart out. Then, before Jurgen Klopp Ebekono made him the vice captain after Henderson every club in Mukoye behind Virgil van Dijk, now wins the Premier League again with Anna Slot. Rich, so because of a new challenger, and you will be an ambitious, sir. There are some people who are so comfortable, oh baby, or more. They don't like challenges. Say, I am comfortable, mommy, dear, then let me stay here. But Rich, if you ask him, I dear Bakwa, me see a university pa, say me respect diversity. Say you will be a pen life will be on. Tolerate it. Netin pakrase from unknown aginimu. Say trying to say, masomo. But me pay me before. And me samara. Me okotwa someone so baby. Look, sometimes our giant be a yadie, but Rich, if it is coming from someone who have shown you love over the years and say, baby, I'm in football terms, you must bless the person and allow the person to leave. Look, Omu areas issue say, okay, why will one of the best right backs in today's football again leave without Real Madrid paying a penny? Let us be fair to him. The accurate report and they say Real Madrid came with money. Liverpool na reject it, say they don't want it. And I Brent had a contract in the EU, and now he is supposed to go. And the Trent I say, as our club now bro, Derby, that is not the situation. Now, Rich, from January, and a car 6 months, and onya ho kwan legally. So on a club will be everything you started a discuss contract. And here from Spain and say, Rich, Alexander Arnold verbally agree say obe join Real Madrid. And according to David Austin, and the Pacono Makasaya from Real Madrid said there is a 6-year proposal. And Edema Abrantia, your friend Trent, and no pay crowd. There are some Barcelona people some more reports say, oh, Trent was offered to Barcelona and so. But the time I realizing say, oh, Trent was available. Now Real Madrid any Brentford negotiations any car. Real Madrid omunya for free to omudi be man a salary, you know. Barcelona can't match Saudi and Oko. Rich. In the modern day football, they say, we number 2 bar. Rich, you are expected to contribute to attack. And I think say that role of a right back you describe you in modern day football say they must invert, join in attack, produce numbers. You know, Rich, we can't write that history. You Trent the film. So we ball right back. Now offensively, almost so much in the game. Rich, you can't write that history about Obey Trent. Now look at something. From 2017-2018 season, you know, ABC this season, Rich, look at me per minute, per every 90 minutes, Biano. Look at how he has risen with the assist out the Ama team friend Liverpool. Now from power, then rose to these levels. Rich, if the height of audience on the average, Rich, say Obi Obo 2, Ghana Obo 2. Now every 90 minutes bia based on the bona obono, Rich, or average is Obama 0.38 assister. That should tell you the kind of player Abanti friend Trent Alexander-Arnold. I hear for club your friend Liverpool. Many man who see what Trent hono, Rich. I have only one fear. One pair. Rich. Say Obia fit for Real Madrid. May I sure say it will be difficult even for Xabi Alonso to choose Trent ahead of Danny Carvajal. Age-wise, Carvajal and Carvajal injury emani mbobo sisiano ACL. Rich se unyini na usanya ACL football aka omuni eketu ebi. Enkofo say o Trent crowd here. And said they were fufuo na aton kwemu because they were upon the right back no. Rich an upgrade of the way Yankasi Yenya Jeremy Frimpong ebo edema Xabi Alonso no. Enti say no Christian Xabi Alonso na eba. Na obebo a 3 back and asa obebo any footballer. Send you use Jeremy no or person right back na attack bebre. Na opobi or what aspects ni na Trent will fit into it. Rich, we will wish him well. May I so send you only one issue. How he will ward off Carvajal to become number 1 or Real Madrid no. Carvajal is Spanish. And there's a dynamic kakra. Carvajal still plays for the Spanish national team. And to say opportunities for young farmer will be na on active no farmer national team no or ahead in terms of the Spanish football politics than Abrantia, your friend Trent. Carvajal is one of the captains of team and friend Real Madrid. But Rich, sir, Obiti said Trent, Ejitum, knowing there is Carvajal, and still say, I will leave Liverpool, my boyhood club, where I am comfortable, I am seen as king. Say me fit me amebo to come and wrestle for a top first 11 spot with Cavani in your team. It tells you the kind of team and that is Real Madrid for you. Yes, emotionally people can bend the jersey and conform it to me. You don't be but rich. Abrantana some and Ojidi say it is time for him to move on to other things. Our team, your friend Liverpool, and that is it for Ora, your friend Trent Alexander-Arnold, and then he says, no, now since Arab money about football, Obia, maybe. Na mungu ade mu behwe bia amatati atiem
that's how we dey mpe na Bruno de oba Bruno at this time said Bruno Fernandes
meeting story masresa
omo fo music anko omo de omo fa blank check him range
you see Rich once there is money start marking your time. Maybe it may not be now, but it will eventually happen.
Okay.
Because it is money. Fatuho. Right. Me say, the road to Munich, no, they be on a 2-step. And you be to a very, very big step to the road to Munich. Today, by the time you be done, Rich, no, you be yi bako. Amanaba either Asia and Asetopwa. I think it's Asia. You be yi bako abesia. These two teams. Omucho time, Rich. This evening, you be yi bako. Isi nyanko poba. Inter Milan against Barcelona. Why any man who konya in Munich to lift this trophy this season, Rich? That is the discussion I have having. Now, first leg near 3-3. And all roads tonight. And they say, yeah, but so flat light at the Ato San Siro. So, na yabo Inter against FC Barcelona or Italy. Now, there are a lot of superstars on display. And when you make game, no, a very, very watchable game for Omu Epe football. Which let's start from Club FN Barca. There is Barca official game flyer for any game now. Barcelona, was San Siro, no. Rich. The first Barcelona conversation, any date. Now, minimum how I will see for some way. Rich, any other sorry, Barcelona for say any sit me. Say sit me dia. Any chat be at one chat be ya almost say Rich. Nancy Champions League. Yes, now on my yard, no. They remember a date called Sit Me, where Oma qualified to the finals on those days. Okay, this picture. Stamford Bridge, Iniesta. Pum, Bona, Boban, I say, Atiatomu, Barcelona, Tika. And that result means Barcelona go into the final in 2009 against Manchester United. That was 6th May 2009. Rich, almost see again. 6th May laughed at Barcelona in the semi-finals of the Champions League when the famous Messi nightmare of Abranti FN Jerome Jenim Boateng happened for Team FN Barcelona on May 6, 2015. Barcelona Echo J that Champions League final against Juventus. And Barcelona for you say a necessary set media. Then something good happened on those days in the semi-finals when they need results to qualify to the final, and that is the conversation Barca are having. Now, Rich, beyond date, any myth, any bibiano. Look. Me who say Barcelona for a psyche or more say match where you final. Because if you don't win this, you don't even get the opportunity to walk past the trophy and say, I am going onto this pitch to fight for it. Rich. And now Mitier Hansi Flick, Mitier Daniel Omo. And say, oh, Sammy up almost some now or can or say, some opportunity way, you know. You don't need someone to come and tell you. Say, who a player? Nasa Obo Europa. These are the moments you wait for in your life. And say, a banner sa unya advantage. You need to grab it.
Intrinsic motivation.
Yes. We say now we are footballing, you know. Game be say na you dream. Say adabe pa na menya semi-final Champions League San Siro against Inter. Big game. Na me person me bibia on the pitch to carry my team to the Champions League final. And you don't need someone to come and tell you how important the opportunity is for a club. Gabby said it right. Hansi Flick cried us, yo, my coach you are, my boy. Yenya solid not supporters neba. This atmosphere calls for you to turn up. Untimi nkoshe them. So when you ready and standing up, you can't conquer an enemy, and that is what Onu any team no will want to do. Rich, trouble ni never betimi abon wonu men enemy. So one step up, the Champions League will be off your radar. And to some person keep on dreaming, say, over to me the Champions League now. For Barcelona, it is tonight. Now, Rich, and you one say Inter decided to put Dumfries on their match day flyer.
First leg in there, no a monster.
And he was the man of the match.
Anthony Bobo.
And among the Inter players, Rich, if they are looking for someone to say, a branch away will inspire me tonight, it's him. I don't know. Rich, Mamin Kebi Bincho. Even though Conesias and Barcelona are your favorites for an annual game, no. Rich, the main annual match in your match is that they are playing it not against just Inter, but against Italian team. And say, Ope and Kofua throughout history, Rich, or much say, they know how to get results from game. Not just play it nice. Not to play to the gallery. Results being in your game with 1-0, yeah, call 2-1, yeah, call 2-2, yeah, extra, penalty. They know how to go into a game which the only here in the game as focus and go and grab it and send it. And Rich, and my book in Tabonfia because Sir Ocean and same part in recent history in the Champions League, Rich, even though Barcelona had the Champions League good one, actually Inter. But Rich, Sir, over the last 5 years, and your Barcelona to play Inter in the contest of the Champions League. And yet an easy game for team and friend Barca. And a game a year bought at the home of team your friend Inter. Now, Rich, there's only one major talking point for team and friend Inter in terms of team news. Enra, in some trophy of call Inter training grounds when you know, Rich, there was only one person they were looking out for. And here he is in the video.
Lautaro Martinez.
Because he got injured in the first leg. And the news about it was that and yes, I'm not sure whether he will be able to play in the second leg. This weekend, Inter game in the Serie A, one more game nibi. But Rich, and all of a sudden, Lautaro Martinez appeared at training. And Rich, the news are ever and say, Inter player of the month of April. A fits and then he is in the lineup of team and friend Inter, not on the bench, but in the first 11, according to all the trusted sources from Italians. You know, there is Dolospor and Rich. Dolospor say Lautaro Martinez and Turam and a airball. and sa Dolo Sport for omo lineup no Rich Sky Italia and so esi so say omo so information and say Lautaro Martinez will play. And what we will do and say we will put this Inter a lineup no on the tactical board, and that is what we get. Inter the 3-5-2. Soma, Bisek, Asebi, Bastoni, 3 back. Dimarco left wing back. Dumfries right wing back. Ne 3 midfield of Hakan Shahanoglu, Mkhitaryan, and Barella. Then Enimo 2 of Thuram and Abrantia Yefeno Lautaro Martinez. This is Inter tonight.
Dimarco Nibium.
Yes.
Yo.
But Rich, Dimarco is Inter's best left wing back.
And then Kalami Amekuno.
Bona no new acquiring ball.
You train too much.
Bona no nimbo. Rich, catch me and in football. Defender Ben Lamy amount to channel. Ude man one. I will say wait there. Lamy Yama ain't mean to channel. Rich. Dimarco is Inter's best left wing back. Augustumo, and you multiply no. Until he will play. Unless he's not fit. Rich. So Inter lineup near clear no. Barcelona the end clear. Because first one I buy was again from Sky Italia. Say na Barcelona bebo. Chesney, Eric Garcia, Inigo Martinez. Next 2 and 3 no. Eric Garcia and Inigo Martinez. Kubasi Araujo, De Jong, Pedri Olmo, Jamal, Rafinha, Ferran Torres. Now, Rich, me won't wait no. Now, Enra Makache Andy say, in the absence of Kunde, anybody, Mimi Gini say, this should be our lineup. The NTN may suggest way and say, Inter scored us from set pieces. Say, Obo say, you have heights. I'll be dealing with the set pieces because in one team, or Martinez Inigo, or Araujo, or Kubasi, or Eric Garcia, almost falling in our center halves. And they know how to defend when it comes to area situations. And so we say, and Barcelona solved the problem. Lewandowski, I have faith there. But Rich, you don't throw him into this game. So bench him and play Ferran Torres, who did very, very well against Inter in the first leg. But Rich, then the Spanish media no say Dabi. The Omotino are different from the Sky Italia report. Rich, what is the difference? According to Mundo Fono, Omosi Dabi, Hansi Flick will want to go, yes, with Eric Garcia on the right. But Rich, Kubasi Inigo Martinez, then Gerard Martin, our left back. Diakano, you got it right. Reason, Gerard Martin was the MVP for Barcelona and for the match against Real Valladolid. And as the Flick Gidi said, Aventin is enough to start the game because a game on Gindi Bebre say Interphone will offer match so mobile attack it. They will play Barcelona exactly the way they played them in the first leg. No. Now, Rich, na me nimse Mundo Nkwana omo ekawe. And you remember Dario Sports so baya omo si o. Omo Inter no any the Mundo Fokan is no correct. And that's Gerard Martin and Ebeboa. Now, Rich, Maminka Sasimwe. I just wish say the Spanish papers will want to deceive Interphone. And that the Sky Italia for Momokano. Correct. I just wish that. But Sebastian Kobobo, na oyo analysis, na sa lineup ba, na baku every Italy, na mienu free Spain and Rich. You have to go with the Spanish one. So we will put the Barcelona 4-3-3, senior Mundo Mo Ercano, and so on the tactical board. And Rich, that is what we get. 4-3-3. And this is the 4-3-3 ayenya. A 4-3-3 of Szczesny, Eric Garcia, Kubasi, Inigo Martinez, Gerard Martin, Frankie de Jong, Pedri, Daniel Olmo. Then a front three of Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, and Abrantia Efeno. Ferran Torres. Rich. Mijidi say we are not going to watch game so different from the share in the first leg.
Very similar.
Yes. Similar in terms of Barcelona having a chance share of the possession. Barca ne kuta no. Omo Frankie, Pedri, Olmo kuta no kama. Ne ebiem ediama Lamine Yamal hwese obetimi atwetwe 1v1. Then you will see Gerard Martin obeba nanim because Barcelona kuta no are comfortable. Na Rafinha ewura in Fiifi to add up to the numbers with Daniel Olmo. Ewo these spaces enti Barcelona for numbers bebre. Na we mu gina omachi. Ball no to echa no masafra no musa de ko. Na Eric Garcia asa oba asa omba. Se na be ya debia no. Kubasi and Inigo Martinez will keep an eye on the two strikers now omo free in transition and as a counter attack for Inter. And because Barca are dominating into Rich, Abante for the Kahanoglu, Mkhitaryan and Barella so have gone deep to defend because Barcelona for the ball on so we are going to witness something like this, Rich, in terms of ball possession, something like this. Now, Rich. But the difference for Barca and Numene say they need to maintain the pressure on Inter. Number one, penetrate them and score goals. Because who say Nasabon and in a draw, we go to extra time, we go to penalties. So if you want to win, especially who El Clasico this weekend against Real Madrid, Rich, Barcelona will want to do things more differently. And attack Inter in a way penetrate better than the against Spain. No. Rich, if even Barcelona repeats the same performance against Inter, it means they are going to score 3. Now, what Barcelona will want to do and they say, okay, how can we play the same, score Inter the 3 goals, but prevent them from scoring us 3-2? Rich, emi remfi. Bona ye here with Spain no. Italy di cache 2. Enti day for you to say Barcelona bebo this Inter team and they will not be afraid say Inter the ball they be to Martinem. So we say sebi. Next way you see say be am first leg dim. Now Rich, again Inter yeah. Omunya Barcelona on those occasions now omu e say omu na you can wrap it up yes. Rich, Makase say Inter nyabo no bia. Then you see them in their nominal positions. Until Ubo say Barcelona for area naturally say Inter ne kuta ball neba, you also retreat kakra. To baba we in your nominal positions to defend. Now, two center halves no, Rich. Omu are occupied by Thuram and Lautaro Martinez dada. The Inter the young confirm a day for you to stop and say, Rich, because Omubo with wing backs, no, they always want their wing backs to stay very, very wide. So they may Omume food as Omuja only Hakancha and Oglu, then Mkhitaryan and Abantia, your friend Nicola Barella will also come like this. And Omubebia, then they push movement from almost strikers, no super space, Egina. Rich, you defend against them centrally, and they open you wide to Omo wings. No? Now, with Eric Garcia at batter right back, no, and defensively, only problem. But Rich, the problem is where again, Gerard Martin won. And say, oh no, Sabeboa. It means again, say, Abante Feno, Dumfries will always fancy the chance against Abante. And so, Otranepe, he is sending the crosses into the box for Kubasi and Inigo Martinez to be aware of the movement of Thuram and Lautaro Martinez. Body Techira, you know Barella, and Mkhitaryan, and even Hakan Çalhanoğlu can pounce on it and play. Rich. And then so you say Lami Yama de Beye di Mako.
Oh, Edumano. Odibedino.
Odibe. Enti.
Edumano bedino.
Enti Yama say, Sani Lami Yama Edibedi di Mako no. Sansuna Danfe Susu Edibedi Gerard Martin Weboa. But because we attack an intino, most of and Barcelona be good into mostly we will see this situation. But we will have moments where Dumfries will also have a go at Abranti friend Gerard Martin and see. Rich, me de be just tactical ball no so ade makopɛ na meka. And open inform me about my prediction na me. Ball me gidi said onim ball na ehye.
Okay.
In football, there's a certain percentage are rich. And yet your ball no any winning. And our ball. We've seen games that say, oh, we have a ball power by a those things can happen. But in those cases, it doesn't inform me prediction. Me jiri say ball no, the only ball on the day. They want to say already or born the opponent, you know, or no, and they are or tie a winning. And I think so if that is the principle of my prediction, they are Rich, Barcelona should be able to beat Inter and take the qualification into the final. And based on my tactical board analysis, now I need Rich. I think sir, Barcelona and Numre will book the first tickets to Munich as the first finalists of the 2024-2025 Champions League season. You know, na omo etimiako. It will not be easy, but they will have the entire Omoko San Siro, and which will be say you better omo as finalists of this year's Champions League.
Okay.
See all the best to them. Mami Mau.
Code in the
na yembra na